Collins Khosa's family will know in 2 weeks whether soldiers allegedly involved in his assault will be suspended. The father of 3 died on Good Friday, allegedly at the hands of soldiers enforcing lockdown regulations. The family is now seeking a declaratory order on the rights of citizens during the national state of disaster. Defence Minister Newzroom has opposed their application. Our reporter Malungelo Booi has more on the story.
The Defence Minister, Newzroom Mapisa-Nqakula's lawyer, says there's no need for the court to grant a declaratory order on the rights of citizens during the COVID-19 state of disaster. Her team essentially wants the court to reject the application by Collins Khosa's family.
This order is unnecessary under any circumstances.
He says even if the court were to suspend the soldiers accused of assaulting Khosa, that would have to be done after being given a hearing.
It would strike against the rule of law itself to make an order against this, which will prejudicially affect these individuals without them having been heard.
Khosa's family lawyer, Advocate Thembeka Ngcokaitobi, told the court that the city of Johannesburg agreed to begin the suspension process of JMPD officers who were present at the time of the assault. But the JMPD lawyer says that's not the case.
As a JMPD, as long as the order is one that does not require us to take drastic steps such as disarming, suspending our members who are alleged to have been in the vicinity, when at this stage there is not sufficient evidence before this court for such an order to be made.
Police Minister Bheki Cele's lawyers also rubbished calls for the court to set up clear operational guidelines for police and soldiers during the national lockdown.
But if it's going to be a joint code of conduct, then we have a problem over here, because we have different forms of training over here, number one. We have different structures of command, number 2. We have different ranks.
In his closing remarks for the Khosa family, Ngcokaitobi emphasized the need for the court to come up with clear operational guidelines.
If you are going to enforce a lockdown in a population that is as unequal as the South African population, where the majority of black people live in suboptimal conditions, where black people who live in Alexandra are unemployed, you cannot unleash a police force without giving them specific guidelines on how they should deal with a civilian population.
A ruling on the matter will be made in 2 weeks' time. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Malungelo Booi in Pretoria.